In this video, we trim weeping cow's feet, deal with a very overgrown cow's foot, do manly things, and I visit the hospital. All before Graeme asks for a hair transplant. This is the Hoof GP Clips. Monday morning. Hello. How are you?
There you go.
How are you?
I'm good, Graeme. Thank you very much for asking.
Sweet.
That is still so cool, isn't it? I love it. Reminds me of children's sweeties for some reason. Children's candy. Hey, love. How are you? Get this all the time. So ideally we would back this frame up perfectly to this, and there would be no gap here, so this cow couldn't stick her head out. But because the wheels match perfectly how wide this is, that doesn't work. It isn't ideal, is it? No. But it does mean that we can pet the cows. Sorry, although she doesn't seem overly keen. We've trimmed only about 19 or 20 cows in a couple of lame ones.
Every time you move it, you invite you folk the other way and I'm always the other way again. I got it like that.
How do you run? How do you run again? Like that? Alejandro just suggested that I float around with the camera and talk to them while they clean the crush. Usually what happens is I end up cleaning the whole thing. But they're
You're her up on it, yeah.
little uncalled for. Craig was getting a tattoo this weekend as well, weren't you, Craig? What were you getting?
Yes. I was getting all the kids' names on my back.
So we've only done 22 cows today, and the crush wasn't that dirty, and we're away to do another one right now. A lot of people don't, well, most people do this, but not everyone. Look how much we do go to town on cleaning everything, by the way. Everything is as clean as we can possibly get it. And that makes such a massive, massive difference. It helps obviously with biosecurity, so it cuts down anything to do with disease transference or anything like that. If something goes wrong with the crush, we spot it much, much more quickly. But also, I was talking to a farmer and we were talking about somebody and I couldn't figure out who he was talking about. He was talking about another hoof trimmer from roundabout. And he said, remember the guy with the really dirty crush? And as soon as he said that, I was like, I know who you mean. And I thought, I can't be that guy. I still think about that, and I've been trimming for years and years and years and years and still think about it.
I feel like if you don't clean it properly all the time, it's easier to...
Yeah, the next time it's just easier to go, just leave it. There have been the odd times, obviously, where things have gone wrong or whatever and we can't wash it at the farm. And Craig absolutely loves going home and cleaning it in the driveway, don't you?
Yeah, it's my favourite thing of the day.
Yeah, and cleaning the entire driveway afterwards.
Yeah, it's not so much the crush, it's clean the driveway afterwards.
He's not
I
keen.
love, yeah.
He loves his job. Just lifting this onto the back of that, and it's quite heavy. Craig says he could beat me pressing it over his head, so I want to see who can do the most presses. Boys will be boys. Right, on you go.
No, you're going first.
No, you're
going first.
No,
It's,
you're
no,
rock, paper, scissors for first.
There you go then. Just
Right.
no 2 out of 3s or anything like that, just...
First one.
Aye.
Oh,
There you go. You go first.
number 1 to Craig. Oh, I could probably do this all day. Oh, aye. How many done, Craig?
That's 69.
Your favourite number.
Look at his head! Look at his head going through the middle, man!
That's it, that's you.
Oh, I beat you.
No, you're 69.
You see his head going through the middle, lad, every time here, look at it.
Stay still. Stop that. Making me nervous jumping a bit like that.
Wouldn't worry, I'll be okay.
I'm sure you will be, Graeme.
Yeah, I thought she was the last one in that group. I can only miss Craig though for the next one.
Mud colour.
It is, isn't it? This farm only converted from raising beef cattle to dairy cattle a few years ago, but they are exemplary. They are fantastic at what they do, and lameness is a very minor issue here. This cow is an exception, and clearly this is her problem. This is the lamest cow within this herd right now, and it's my job to get her over that lameness and get her back to full health as quickly as we possibly can.
Got a blue roll, please, Craig.
She's banged her foot somehow, either through fighting or twisting or turning or simply running around. You wouldn't believe some of the antics cows can get up to while left on their own. This has clearly been a very sore foot for this cow. It's rare that a cow at this farm has such a sore foot, and as such, we'll be revisiting her to see if she can put weight on that foot in a couple of weeks' time.
It's 6 a.m. on Tuesday morning. I feel like warmed up. Really, I don't know. You ever get mornings like that? Head sore, I'm tired, I want to be in my bed. Not a very positive vlog today, folks. But at least we're at a really good farm, so should be a nice easy morning. Should be. How are you this morning?
I'm not bad. How's yourself?
Yeah, it's just explaining that I feel like warmed up. So we've probably got about 85 cows to trim today, I'm going to guess. Probably around 30 here and around 50 between the next two farms. These girls here are our first victims? Is that the right word? Probably not, but we'll go with it. So we've actually just trimmed almost all of the cows, but there is one left. Fairly sure it's just a routine job. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's only 8:30. It's only 8:30 and we've just about finished. About 24 or 25 cows, which just goes to show how good the feet here are. Although their attitudes can suck from time to time. Putting blocks on is what slows you down massively. A lame cow, to trim a lame cow might take 10 or 15 minutes. To trim a routine cow takes about 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes. So it really does make a huge difference. Often you find the ones that are a little bit more lively stay to the end because they kind of fight coming down the race. But again, it's only because they're stressed out. If you look at her mouth there, that's why she's drooling. That's a sign of stress. But I promise you'll be alright. Stop it. Lovely. Lovely. So good trimming cows' feet that look like this. Just give them a tiny little rebalance. Lovely. One more foot. Took a lot more trimming than I was expecting, to be honest. Not a hugely dramatic trim, but if we come from here, and then if we put this one side by side with the other one, you can actually see a pretty big difference. These trims are the ones that are worth their weight in gold, making sure that they're as good as possible before any signs of lameness. Lovely. Another happy customer. Hate when the traffic's like this, don't you? I know. Traffic jams. Ugh. Probably slightly different to your traffic jam, though, to be fair. These cows, or heifers, belong to the farm that we're just about to go to, actually. And this little thing belongs to the one we've just been to. No idea how many cows we're going to trim at this next place. Literally no idea. Hoping for 12. Friendly local. Craig hasn't shut.
No. Graeme forgot to shut the cupboard.
You can see the cupboard door flapping around in the back.
No, we're okay.
Look at that, didn't lose anything. That's what you call smooth driving. Never in doubt. Well, a little bit in doubt.
Can't believe you left the cupboard open again.
That happened to us a few years ago and we lost everything out of the cupboard.
That was a whopper.
At the time, we had how much money?
Nothing.
None. So we had to spend the next 20 minutes driving back, picking up blocks. And just like that, we are at our second farm of the day, where we are trimming Jersey crosses outside in the fine autumnal weather. It's actually a really nice working temperature. And again, these feet are really good. Look, lovely, lovely, lovely. The rat makes it worse.
Wish that I could find words to describe you now, as I'm lying next to you and the world goes quiet. Wish that I could make you see how you fit me perfectly, and I fall for you. We've been through it all. You're the one who understands. In a world where hope grows thin, you've completed me.
So in this farm, they batch calve, which basically means all of the cows calve around the same time. So they get dried off in December, and then they're ready to calve in sort of March, April time. And during that time, we try not to trim many cows at all here. Unless they go lame, we actually don't trim any. We try to get all of the routine stuff and all of the rebalance and corrections and length and height and everything done during the summer and autumn months. That way they can be left alone while they're heavily in calf. All of them are actually in calf right now, but they're due to be dried off, which means they won't be milked around Christmas time all the way through to around March. So they need to be as careful as possible, because obviously a heavily pregnant animal is quite a delicate creature. When the feet are like this on the front, we don't trim them at all. So she's looking after her feet perfectly. Like, that foot looks absolutely lovely. That one actually looks longer because it's shiny, but it's not. Look at the lovely angle, perfectly flat, perfect sort of 48 to 50 degrees. Absolutely lovely. So we don't bother trimming them at all. Anything we did trim like that might end up being detrimental to the cow. There's no point in keeping her in the cluster any longer than she needs to be. And why intervene when everything's perfectly alright as it is? Where are we, Campbell?
Hospital.
Why?
You cut your hand.
Took a bit of a chunk out of my finger.
It's not your finger.
My palm. It's Craig's fault. I was trying to push down really hard with the screwdriver and he moved. The screwdriver slipped and stuck into the palm of my hand. I had to pull it out and pull the chunk of skin out as well. which was kind of gross at the time, I thought. That hurt, but didn't think it was that bad. So played a round of golf, beat him, and then came here.
I had my best drive in front of my friends.
She says it's the worst injury she's ever seen in her life.
No, she didn't.
She did. 17 stitches I got, didn't I?
No.
Campbell, I'll give you a tenner if you said yes. I got 17 stitches, didn't I?
Yeah.
Said it was the worst one ever.
Yeah.
So we've got no Graeme today, as you saw. He hurt his hand, so there's no way he can really trim today. Not as many cows as what we've got today. We've got about 30 or 40, so it'll be quite hard on him trimming all these feet with his hands so sore. So I told him to take the day off and chill, and I've got this, you know. So. Got a little bit of bruising in this inside claw. Sorry, that's the inside claw. The lateral claw, so she's got a bit of bruising right up in here. So I'm just going to alleviate that bruising by trimming some of it away. I'm not trying to get rid of the bruising, because then I'd go too far. I'm just trying to take the weight away from it so that there's no more pressure on that area, and then it should go away on its own. So, the next foot. Not really much to take off these feet. They're actually very, very well looked after. As like most feet, they tend to mirror each other on each side, so this foot also has a little bit of bruising.
Why do they mirror in and out?
I think it's just because they grow at the same rate, and so if the other foot's high, this foot's going to be high, because you know they're growing at the same speed, and if they're not trimmed, like, or if they haven't been trimmed in a few months, kind of, so all that weight's just sitting on that foot. Starting to question whether I'm even making sense. No, but really, they're all growing at the same rate, unless there's something different about what's going on in their lives, like their diet is different or something, then sometimes they'll vary. Especially if there's a problem with one of the feet, they'll tend to keep that foot off the ground, which means that one will grow longer, and the other one will still be wearing because that's taking all the, that's doing all the work basically.
He's not wrong, he's absolutely right. Cows' feet mirror each other because they're growing at the same rate. Their gait is often the same. A gait is basically the way that they walk. So if they wobble from side to side, like you or I do sometimes, then they might get white line problems or bruising or whatever. If she stands for long periods of time, well, both feet are standing for long periods of time. And that's why they tend to mirror each other. But he's also right when he says that when a cow has a sore back left foot, she overcompensates using her back right foot. So it will wear a lot more, whereas the other one will not wear. Hence why you get a long foot and a short foot sometimes. But yes, they do tend to mirror each other.
I'll just point out just now though, that these feet haven't actually been trimmed that long ago, because you can still see the modelling. All that dark points there, that's all where it was modelled just in the last month or so.
Did you see what happened to Graeme hand? Were you there when it happened?
I was there, yes.
What did he do?
He was putting pressure on we're changing the blades on the grinders, and he had his hand underneath the drill for some weird reason. Sometimes you don't think when you're doing things, and he had his hand underneath the drill and he was putting a lot of pressure on the blade to try and get the blade to loosen, and it slipped and went straight into the palm of his hand.
Because he came in the office and he was talking to me, and then like, after about 5 minutes of that, I stabbed myself in the hand.
Go. Like I say, not much to take off these feet at all.
Oh, I'm done. I'm over a bit, so we're back.
Back of my heat. But as you can see, that there is slight bruising because our feet had started to grow to that point where they do need another trim. But all in all, very good.
8265.
So this foot's a little messy. We're going to make it a little nice and neat and tidy. It's got a lot of loose hoof on, which seems to go past what I would say the point of where I can actually take it all off, because you don't want to take too much off. Whether there's loose hoof on there or not, still don't want to go too far, because then you're making our angles wrong. The last thing you want to do is make our walk on our heel. We want our walking on our toes. Yeah, I'm sure. Take that out if I'm wrong, by the way.
He's not wrong. You want a cow to walk on the tips of her toes, sort of. You want a 50-degree angle, basically. If they walk too far back on their heels, their deep flexor tendon stretches. That's a little bit like our hamstrings. So it would be like you walking on the heel of your foot with your toes pointed away out front. It's not comfortable. And the real problem is, if your deep flexor tendon stretches and you're a cow, it will never retract again. So if you trim them incorrectly by taking too much off their heels, then you can actually alter the way they walk for life. Craig shouldn't doubt himself. Whenever we put a camera in Craig's face, he really doubts himself. You shouldn't. You're a great hoof trimmer, Craig.
No, of course you won't. Just don't. I'll question everything I say when you've got that camera on. Right, okay. Not bad. Just taking this little crack out of the corner there. There we go. The knives are sharp, it's just my knife skills aren't as amazing as Graeme's. See, there's indentation parts here. I can't go any lower with this, because if I do, I'm going to take this far too low at the front of the feet. Whereas right now, she looks pretty straight.
I said that he doesn't have real confidence, and now he's just proven that he has. A lot of people would just make those feet look pretty. They look really pretty and shiny when they're all white, but they're not as functional. So those indentation-y bitties that he so eloquently phrased are useful. If you reduce the whole height of the hoof right down to the bottom of those indentations, they would look very pretty from the bottom, but they wouldn't be as functional because you would be going too far. To me, that is real confidence. He's confident in his abilities to hoof trim. It doesn't matter that he bumbles his words on camera. All that matters is that he is a fantastic hoof trimmer, and he's got the confidence to do exactly as he knows is right. Whether or not that makes it look pretty, he doesn't care. He just cares that he's doing the job to the best of his abilities. This is turning into a total Craig fest.
Yeah, it's efficiency we're looking for here, not pretty. So this cow has very, very long front feet. More than medial? More than medial. Medial. I already made it for myself. You heard the medial. Medial claw, lateral medial, middle. Anyway, this one is extremely long and extremely curved around at the end. So let's make her look pretty again. doing a lot of back and forth with a foot, which is not very good when you've got a sharp grinder in your hand. Still looks a little long on the inside. Just take out this hard edge. Any raggedy bits up the top here, as Graeme would say, raggedy. Scraggly, I don't know. It says a lot of weird words when it comes to hoof horn. Yeah. I know there's a little bit here of loose hoof horn, but I do not want to take this down any further. She'll wear that away on her own. To be fair, this does actually seem a bit high, so I am going to bring down this edge just slightly. When I look at it on the side, it looks a little high, so I'm going to bring that down a little bit. Nicely. If you have a look at side-by-side comparison, you can see there's a massive change in this cow's foot. Onto the other foot. Like I said before, feet tend to mirror each other, and this one is pretty much the exact same. This one wasn't as bad as the last claw. It was overgrown, of course, but if I take these little bits of loose hoof on out, which isn't necessary, I'm just trying to, I don't know, help it grow straight, proper and true again. Take out the jagged kind of edges on the inside of the hoof on. Helps the slurry wash away a bit further, a bit easier. I'm just going to model that out a little bit. Make sure stones and debris don't get caught underneath any loose hoof horn. Yeah, cool. I don't really like this indentation here because it doesn't look pretty, but I can't reduce the hoof horn any further than I've went. Or I'll go too far. Anywho,
Right, so it's Monday morning of the following week, and clearly Craig and Graeme were just in the video because I couldn't go to work because I hurt my hand. Now it healed up over the weekend, I think. We went to hospital, they said they weren't sure if it needed sutures, so they just left it. Monday morning, we've trimmed 16 cows, and now I know it's not the greatest injury in the world, but it's deep, and maybe the video doesn't show it, but it looks like it's starting to get infected. And now I'm in the predicament where I need to go to work, but I'm not sure if I should go to work because then I might be off for longer. See, the thing is, it's small, but it was really deep. I had to pull the screwdriver back out of my hand. So, although it looks like it's tiny, I'm kind of worried that if I go to work more and it gets infected, then I'll be off even more. And he's freaking out because he doesn't want to do it alone on Wednesday.
I know, even till Wednesday. Yeah. There's only got 14 the day that we can, and then maybe another. But we don't know with them.
So I think the plan is we'll give it a clean up. It's clean on the inside of this box, by the way, and see what it's looking like underneath. I have been wearing gloves, by the way. Oh, it's started to congeal and dry.
You don't want to happen what happened to my feather.
Yeah, look at this. This is get ready to turn off, right? So I'll put a wee timer on the screen here. So this is Graeme's dad. He works at one of the farms that you see us trim at actually, and he cut himself on some metal.
It was a trailer, he closed the trailer and there was some like mesh wire and it like got his hand jammed in it, and thought it was okay, went to the hospital and they're like, aye, you'll maybe need an operation a wee while, and they basically then it swelled up and it got infected and he's been in hospital for like a week. He's got to lose his finger.
3 seconds. This is his finger. 3, 2, turn off, 1. Not very good looking at all. They were considering removing it actually, and they still might, I think. Is that right?
I think he got it yesterday.
You got out yesterday, alright, okay.
It'll depend how it comes on.
So you can see little bits of fat sticking out of this, and that's what's worrying me. If we zoom right in on the video here, and we'll turn up the colour and stuff so you can see it a little bit better, but there's bits of fat in the middle of that. Can you see it in real life, Graeme?
We feel it's quite wet.
What is a bit like wet?
But water.
But water. Don't come with you,
What do you think then?
I'll just come to that. Fine, I'll come to the next one.
You're only there, that's you don't need to come on Wednesday.
Yeah.
What?
I've already cancelled Wednesday, and I don't like cancelling work jobs for any reason. So we will
last
do.
Wednesday, wasn't it?
Yeah, last Wednesday. Yeah. Anyway, next farm. It's just ruined my day completely. He was carrying his drink there, and clearly we're still in the farmyard. So I decided it'd be good to make him spill it everywhere.
Did he?
Him decided to try and save my drink, and finished emptying the whole thing in there.
Save? I did try to save.
No,
but
if you hadn't tried to save it, it would have been fine.
I just watched this.
If you hadn't tried to save it, it would have been absolutely fine, but he tried to save it and spilled it all over the place. I had to ask you to clean this the other day. Now I'm going to have to ask you again.
No.
How selfish can you be?
That's bad, Graeme.
I'm not talking to you.
You got a straw?
You could suck it up.
That's better. Okay. Good job, that. Good job. Yes! What's going on with hair today?
What's wrong with
Oh, whoa! Jeez, oh.
Aye.
Must be a couple of acres of forehead there. I'm only saying that because you're so self-conscious about it.
I'm not sure because before I do what a hair transplant, you'll not get me.
Why do you want a hair transplant? Graeme's whole mission in life just now is to get 10,000 followers on Instagram. So have you got an Instagram page? Well, how are you going to get 10,000 followers if you've not got an Instagram page?
I'll make you.
Right, what will we call it?
No, what Facebook will be better.
Facebook?
I don't know.
Right, Facebook, okay, what we'll call it? Alejandro... No, Cameraman Graeme.
Cameraman Graeme.
Call it Cameraman Graeme, okay? Go on Facebook and follow Cameraman Graeme, okay? You need 10,000 followers.
You could help me fund, make a wee ad of me looking sad now with my bald spot in my hair and I get hair transplant from the buzzing. Hey!
What? You can take some of the stuff for the back.
Aye, I can put it there then.
Anywho, I bandaged the hand up and she's all gloved up and ready to go.